Yeah, he could have been anything. He could
So
have been
the XFL is coming back in 2023, Kyle. So it's the XFL is coming back. The 8 cities are Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, San Antonio, Seattle, St. Louis, DC.
No team in Atlanta, huh?
No Atlanta team yet.
Trust me, we'd have gotten behind something like that. Okay, Falcons fucking blow.
Of course they would. Georgians love football,
and we know how to get low brow here. Okay, like we would love a few more UFC events as well. It's bullshit there aren't any here. Like I don't remember the last one that was here. I would go and sit in the shitty seats that suck and look at a big screen and hurt my neck. I would go.
If the UFC held an event in Raleigh, I would definitely think about going and then watch it on TV, admiring how cool it was that it was nearby.
Wow, that's right here. As you walk to the fridge.
I could
have gone to that.
I would go and I would.
North Carolina's on TV.
Sorry, Kyle.
I want the tickets that are near the walkout area. Like I want to get like a really close look at the fighters to kind of like. It sounds stupid to phrase it this way, but size them up. Like I want to get a real world perspective of how big this human being is, because I've had good enough baseball tickets before that I was just like, holy shit, you really are 6'4", 240, huh? Jesus, that is a big man. But I wonder if I saw like, I don't know, someone that was like 145 pounder, if I'd be like, huh, you are a little guy, or if I'd be surprised that they walk around like 190 on fight day. I don't know. I'd like to see them closer.
Well, hopefully they bring one.
Obviously, I saw Joe plenty of times. Definitely bigger than 155.
Yeah.
Well,
I like it. Yeah. The coolest thing about being there in person, and most of it's less cool than TV, but the coolest part about being there in person is you get to look at what you want to, and in my case, that's the losers. You know,
Girls.
like you watch them fight, and you really only see the winners. That guy that's knocked out, laying on the ground, suffering. The guy that's had the worst day of the last 5 years, right now at his lowest low, whose team is trying to pick him up, like physically and morally, morally. I don't know, and emotionally, I should say. Like it's fun to watch that guy. It's the cameras go. If a guy's having a really hard time, the cameras aren't on him anymore. It's done. You're just seeing the winner jump around. And
they spare him that.
Like that. Yeah, but when you're there, you get to see that. You get to see him walk back to the locker room or get carried.
And you can scream at him, and there's like what you can wait until he's concussed and everything he thought was going to come to fruition has failed. His dreams have like crumbled right before his eyes, like 30 seconds before. And he's got a little brain injury, and you're right there to spit in his eye. You can really give him what happened? And you like call him whatever like mean name he doesn't like hearing.
It's easy to forget that half the people that play that night lose.
No, I like when they console the guy who lost, but usually what you see is he's so concussed, he's walking by and they're like, "It's okay, Jim," and he's like, "Get the fuck off me! I don't know who you are. The fuck are you?"
Yeah, I was at the fight where Joe Lozon lost to Anthony Pettis. It was in Tokyo, and his memory starts up again back in the locker room like 7 minutes later.
Fuck.
And it was I talked to one of his cornermen, and he basically explained that it was emotionally difficult on him to carry Joe back to the locker room. He's like, I got to do, and it was like, it was hard on him emotionally.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, that's the stuff you only get when you're there, because that's not on film.
Yeah, it's real sad. And I don't think you get that in many other sports. It sucks to lose a game of anything.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when it's all on your shoulders, when there's no one else to look to, when it was all, it's just you. And then not only did you lose, but you were physically beaten. You were assaulted, you're bleeding and broken, and your brain doesn't quite work well. So processing all of what I just said is difficult in a way that it's never been before.
Listener, so I don't know if you've lost a fight before, but it's embarrassing. Like everyone knows you lost. Like you just got beaten by another man 1v1 in a very pure form of combat sport. And there's no excuses. There's no team to hide behind. There's nothing. It's just you were defeated by that guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that's funny, but
it is. It is. I think it is.
It surprises me that professional athletes like Chael Sonnen, for example, has talked about it, where he's embarrassed that he lost in front of. He's like, I was there with no shirt on. Mm-hmm. Everyone saw me, and I lost like straight up to this guy. Is like. Everyone knows about it. It's embarrassing. And I'm just like, really? Because I don't think of it as something that should be embarrassing to you. One, you're a pro who's been here before. And two, that guy you were fighting was outrageous.
Yeah.
Right?
He's also a professional. Like,
yeah. Dude, if I rolled with anyone who's ever been in the UFC, I would lose. And I would be like, yeah, well, obviously.
I think I think you could take BJ Penn after he's had a night of drinking and you've got your foot healed up. Like, I'll say this. I know it's time to do ads, but like you make BJ Penn do 7 shots of tequila and you wait for it to kick in, give him good 20 minutes. And then Woody taps him on the shoulder and says, let's fucking go. And then Woody grabs him. Woody wins that fight.
This is me fully healed.
This is like
a little bit of training.
Yeah, you freshen up. Joe's going to give you like a 2-week refresher course.
Should we do a little mini fight camp?
Yeah, a mini fight camp, and you're gonna you're gonna be you're gonna be all over
is
that.
BJ Penn in a coma? Like
he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer in the UFC, and he's about the right size for Woody to fight. I would say they're probably roughly the same size these days.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. He's
losing bar fights now.
He's losing bar. I heard he woke up after losing the bar fight and went round 2 and beat the guy up.
What?
That's the way I read it online.
Oh, if he wanted a round 2 with me, I would decline.
He took the rubber match. He took the rubber. All right, you should knock those ads out. I'm sorry.
His profile pic on Instagram is from like 15 years ago.
That's the best.
Yeah, he's put on a little weight, but who hasn't?